This afternoon, my colleague, Senator Warren's come to the floor. Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, the new senator. What a terrific addition to the United States Senate. She is the best, and I've known her for years, and I encouraged her to run because I knew she would bring something special to the Senate. She's done it. You know what she came up with? A way for college students and their families to renegotiate student loans. You can renegotiate your auto loan. You can renegotiate your mortgage on your home. Why shouldn't students, those who've graduated, and their families who face student loan debt be able to renegotiate to a lower interest rate? That's the Warren bill, and I think she's right. It's a big difference. It would bring down the interest rate on undergraduate loans, I think, to 3.8%. I've run into students who are trying to pay off loans at 9%. Ask anybody who owns a home the difference between 9% mortgages and 3.8% mortgages. They'll tell you it's big. When you make a payment under a 3.8% interest rate, a lot more goes to reduce principal. You finally put that loan to rest after so many years. And so Senator Warren's going to try again. We tried once before, couldn't get Republican support. I think we had maybe three, who voted with us on the Republican side. Under Senate rules, you need 60. Well, in my state of 13 million, about 1.7 million people carrying student loan debt around. And they all aren't young people. They include parents who signed up for PLUS loans, even grandparents who wanted to help a grandson or a granddaughter get into college and go forward. They're carrying this debt, and if Elizabeth Warren's bill passes to renegotiate college loans, it's going to save them on average $2,000 apiece and give them a chance to reduce and retire that loan at an earlier stage. There's an interesting phenomenon going on in Chicago now. I talked to some friends of mine, younger friends of mine, and they said, if you have an apartment for rent in Chicago and it's a good one, get there fast and sign up quickly. There's a land rush on to rent apartments. Why? Because younger people cannot even consider buying a condo or a little house. Why? Too much student debt. Student debt in America, cumulatively, is greater than credit card debt in America, cumulatively. And more of these students graduating with the debt, paying it off, are making life decisions because of the debt. I run into them. Studied to be a teacher. Ended up with so much debt, couldn't even consider it. Had to take a better paying job. We lost a good teacher there because of student debt. Students who are putting off getting married, putting off going out on their own, buying a car, if married, starting a family. I've heard it all. That's what the student debt is all about. And when my colleagues come to the floor and say, why don't we do something on a bipartisan basis, I say, here's something. This student debt isn't just a debt for Democratic students, it's a debt for all students. So let's come together when Elizabeth Warren makes her unanimous consent request this afternoon and finally do something for a change. For middle income and working families who want their kids to go to school but don't want them so deep in debt that their lives are changed or ruined. That's only reasonable. If we want to make sure that America continues to be a leader in the world, we need to graduate the very best with the education and training they need to lead our nation. Some of them are holding back because of a fear of college debt. One other thing I'll mention to you, college loans are different than other loans. I studied many years ago back in law school, bankruptcy law. And you learn in bankruptcy law that most of the loans you take out in life are dischargeable in bankruptcy, which means if everything fails, you lose your job. You're in a situation where there's a serious pile of medical bills and you can't get back to work. In most cases, you can go to bankruptcy court and through a long process, those debts will be wiped out and give you a second chance in life. It is not an easy process. It's not something people rush to, but many people have no choice. If you did that with a college loan, it wouldn't help you a bit. College loans are not dischargeable in bankruptcy. They are with you for a lifetime. And that is a sad reality. All the more reason to make sure those loans are affordable. All the more reason to support Elizabeth Warren when she talks about renegotiating these interest rates. Last point I'll make.